G'day everyone, welcome to the channel. This is technically the last day of my vacation, the driving home day. But I thought I'd just stop and at least try to get another video for y'all. So we are here at a ghost town. This is quite a bit closer to where I live than most of the ones I've been looking at on my vacation, but it's worth a look, as you're about to see. Anyhow, I'm going to point you over this way. As you can see, we've still got a couple of grain elevators left in this town. But probably not for much longer. I don't know if you can see very easily over there. Actually, let me zoom in. But yeah, one's missing the top and one's almost missing the top. That is severe wind damage. Until the very start of this year, that elevator there, that had a top on it. And the reason it doesn't have one now is because we had a 125 kilometer an hour wind come ripping through here. Sustained, and it took the top right off of that. So I'm actually quite surprised that the other one didn't lose its head as well. But that one's still got its lid on, and we'll just have to see how much longer they last. There was rumors that these two were both going to be demolished this year, but it hasn't happened yet, obviously. And I'm kind of glad, because I got the chance to drone it today, so I'll show you that footage at the end of the video. Anyway, we're just going to take a little bit of a tour around the town. There's not much to it. There's this building right here. I don't know exactly what it was. I guess I'll show you inside real quick. Actually, why don't I dial my aperture down a bit? There you go. So we can actually see what we're doing in there. Yeah, so there's really not much to this. And the ceiling is coming down, so I'm not going in there. And I hope you don't mind if I don't. Anyhow, I believe from what I found out, at the peak of its population, there were about 85 people living in town here. There were stores all along this street here. And this block would have been all full. And there are still people living here, so if you know where this is and you do come here, please respect the people who do live here. And don't tell people where this place is. I know it's not really hard to guess where this is, but even so, try to be respectful. That over there, that is the community hall. I don't know if they're still using it for anything, but it's there. Now we've got a, well, I'd say that's probably a house. And we'll just continue down the street here because all the interesting buildings are this way. Including the old United Church, which is that building there. But we'll get there as we move along. I'm using the Z50 today for the first time in 5 days or so. I was going to use it a lot more than I have, but as I explained in my other video, it just wasn't possible. I just did way too much and way too much driving. I got real tired real fast, so I've been in a perpetual state of complete exhaustion ever since. But I am determined to make the most of today, so that's what we're doing. See, there's a bit of a garage there. I don't know if I can get you a look. I'm not sure if I really want to do this. But what the hey, we're here. I don't know what this building was. at all. Probably a house of some type. I'll just get you a look. I'm not gonna get any closer. Hope that was sufficient. I may cut this part out of the video, but we'll see. There's a little garage or shed here. I don't like to enter these abandoned buildings very much anymore because it's a little bit risky, of course. And I don't know about you, but I like not being in the hospital. Hospitals are not fun, so I don't like to go to them very often. So we'll continue up the street here. This might be make for a longer video, but that's okay. I'm just too exhausted to walk very fast, guys. And I'm going to be out at the family farm later, doing some drone work. So I don't want to get too exhausted. We've got a house right there. Looks like someone's been inside. Not a very big house, but such was life on the prairies back then. Not a lot of people could afford big houses, so they made do with whatever they had available. I don't know if this was ever anything here, but it's a fenced-in pasture now. Now I know there were houses along here next to the church, and the school was on this side of the street where you see the elevators. Now this church, until relatively recently, I didn't know it was a United Church. Actually, I didn't know what possible denomination it could have been. But most likely, it served the needs of several congregations. That's kind of the way it went in these small towns. There wasn't a lot of money for churches, so they would often share. But I do know for a fact now that this was the United Church, which makes it very important to me because I'm a current United Church secretary and the son of a United Church minister. So it's been very important to me to chronicle these churches. And I'm glad that this one is still standing. However, it looks like the foyer has completely come away from the building now. Which means I might be able to get inside it for the first time ever. I wasn't able to in the past because the stairs had collapsed and I wasn't willing to climb up in there. But might have a shot of it now. And I might give that a try in a minute. Normally I try not to go into places in this kind of shape, but because of my history, I may give it a go this time. But first, You have got to see this car. Oh, before we do that, looks like the chimney has come down. I don't think the chimney was like that the last time I came out here, so that would have been that high winds doing that. So, the car. The car is amazing. Nobody knows really how it got here, but it's here and it's really cool. I don't know who owns it. I don't know who to ask about possibly saving it, but I kind of wish I did, because it would be great if somebody could save it. You don't see too many of these around the prairies in any condition, let alone this condition. I'll get you inside here. There you go. The wee Bill S is putting in work today. And now I'll show you one of my favorite shots to get out here. If I can see the monitor well enough to do it. There you go. You've got the elevators in the background. You've got the car. You've got the church. And I've got footage of a severe I've got an image of a severe thunderstorm right up there on the horizon with all of this. And it's a fantastic shot. And I've got very similar shots in other conditions. I think I've even got winter out here. This place isn't that close to where I live, but because my family is from here, or this area I should say, I try to get out here whenever I can. My mother spent the first few years of her life just over yonder horizon in the next town over, in a place called Hayden's Place. And some of the locals may recognize that name, but you're not going to find anything on Google about that, so I feel relatively safe in giving you that name. Anyway, let's finish up the church now. And we'll continue on down the street. And if I'm breathing hard, my apologies. But my allergies have been driving me crazy all week long. And I am exhausted, so yeah, my health is ready for me to go home now. After today. We'll get this video shot today first. We're out here, we might as well finish. Now, let me see about this. And this might actually be possible today, to get a look inside the church. I have never seen the inside before. And no, I'm not going any further than this. It's just too dangerous. But look at that. You just have to wonder how many weddings and funerals and Christmas services this building has seen over the years. I'm glad it's still with us. Anyway, out we go. And I'm not climbing through the ditch, so we'll just go out this way. Back to the street, which is no longer a street. And I've got my small rig handle on the gimbal, so y'all are in underhung mode right now with the Weebill. This just makes it so much more convenient to use, having two handles on here. The tripod never has to come off the bottom, and I can two-hand the gimbal anytime I want. It's very useful. Anyway, there's the last house remaining on the street. There were more right through here. Obviously they're gone now. And I'm going to try to walk a little faster because there is something else to see at the end of this street. I believe, folks, this is where the school used to be. I believe this is all that's left of it. I actually walked straight over the site just to get out here. And over yonder, you see an old swing set. I'll zoom in. So yeah, that's the old swing set for the school. Just to the left of where those tires are. Actually, maybe this isn't the site of the school. Let's go a little further this way. Anyway, I think we're just about done here. As always, I thank you for joining me. I will make my way back to the car now and head off to the family farm. And I hope to see you in the next video.